Hello everyone, welcome to the THEArtyB series. In this video I will be showing you how to crochet a magic ring. I'm going to begin by placing the yarn tail in the palm of my left hand. I'm just going to hold the tail in place with my thumb. I'm now going to wrap the yarn around my pointy finger and my middle finger, bringing it through to the front between the middle finger and my ring finger. I'm now going to cross over the tail end of the yarn, and I'm going to place my thumb back on the center of the cross here. I'm now going to wrap the yarn around and bring it through between my ring finger and my little finger, and I'm just going to close my little finger to hold it in place. So you can now see we have the tail end, it wraps around my pointy finger and my middle finger, comes through, goes back round the back of my hand and comes back through to the palm side of my hand between my little finger and my ring finger. I'm now going to place my thumb back on the cross and turn my hand over. You can now see that we have two stripes of yarn, a slightly shorter one and a longer one at the back. Now I'm going to place my hook underneath that shorter stripe of yarn, and I'm going to grab hold of the longer piece, and I'm going to draw that longer piece through under the shorter piece, making a lever-like action with my hook. I'm now going to turn my hook away from me to create a loop on the hook. I'm now going to yarn over and draw that through that loop on my hook. You might find it helps to close your hand into a fist at this point. I'm just going to take hold of that little loop there with my pointy finger and my thumb so that I can now remove my fingers from the ring, and we have there a magic ring. Now I'm now going to make 6 double crochet into that magic ring. So I'm going to pick up the working yarn, and I'm just going to hold the magic ring between my middle finger and my thumb. I'm going to place my hook through the center of that magic ring and yarn over, and I'm going to draw that back through to give me 2 loops on my hook. 1, 2. I'm going to yarn over, and I'm going to draw it through both of those loops. And that there we have created our first double crochet. I'm just going to tighten that up a little bit by taking hold of that double crochet between my thumb and my middle finger. And then I'm going to hold on to the magic ring with my middle finger and thumb of my left hand. I'm just going to draw that double crochet across to the right. Put a little tug there, and that just tightens up that first double crochet. I'm now going to go ahead and make 5 more double crochet into that magic ring. So holding the magic ring again between my thumb and little finger, I'm going to place my hook into the center, yarn over, draw it through, yarn over and draw it through both the loops on my hook. Again, I'm just going to tighten that up. I'm going to go into the magic ring, yarn over, draw it through, yarn over, draw it through both loops on the hook. As you can see, I just took hold of my previous double crochet with my thumb and middle finger just to hold it a bit more securely in place. Now I can still go through the center there and yarn through. It just helps me hold on to it a little bit more securely. Yarn over, draw through. Just give it a little tug to tighten them up. I'm going back into the center, yarn over, draw through, yarn over and draw through both of those loops. We now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double crochet on my magic ring there. Just going to make 1 final double crochet yarn over and draw it through both loops. There, if you look now, you can see that we have one. The first one's a little bit difficult to see there, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to now close the magic ring. Now to do this, I take hold of that last double crochet that I made between my thumb and pointy finger, and then I'm going to take hold of the tail end in my left hand, and I'm just going to pull that tail to close that ring. You see it closing there. Just give it a final little tug just to fully close that. Now for the pattern that I'm using, I don't need to close that ring. I'm going to be working in a spiral. But if your pattern requires you to just place the hook under that first stitch there, yarn over and draw it through, and then just draw that loop through the other hook as well. You would then need to make either a single chain or a double chain depending on what stitch you're using next. If you're doing double crochet, you just need to make one chain and then you would carry on with your next row. So I'm just going to undo that.